Hey everyone, it's Cool Kid here, and we're doing another One Piece review. Ooh yeah, and another one back to the week again. But anything I gotta say before I start with the chapter review? I guess two things. One, you guys heard about how the editor cried during it doesn't necessarily have to be this chapter. Depending on what translation you read, it's either this chapter or the chapter after that. So uh, from this chapter, I mean, I really don't see how the editor would cry. Hopefully, next chapter makes more sense of that. But yeah, just that's all I wanted to say about that. The other thing I guess I have to say, I did see that, video that Roger made, one where it's like, Dear Seven Sawyer Mage, which, cool, we're getting another reverie in September. Neat. Speaking of reverie, maybe I could get on reverie myself. No, never mind, but, yeah, cool to see. I'll probably see, whenever reverie happens, and hopefully Sorry Seven Mage does, but I think we need to start to focus on the chapter review, okay guys? So, One Piece chapter 986 starts off with the cover page being basically, I guess Lola, Chiffon, and the rest of the fire tank pirates are just basically like, you know what, let's just book it. We need to escape from the Marines and this crazy man who calls himself my father. And so yeah, that's what the chapter starts with. And I do have to admit, this definitely did make me chuckle. This definitely did. And, honestly, if all my family ended right here, I think, personally, this is the best way it could end, in such hilarity. But, I mean, at this point, are they really going to extend all my family for longer? I guess they could, but, let's just end this here, okay? Let's end this here. Let's not focus on the cover page right now. A new cover page on, I don't know, someone we kind of care about. So basically, actual chapter starts off with Kanmemon and Denjiro getting to the back entrance. Where the back entrance was when the Red Scabbards first got there with Law. So Kanmemon and Denjiro, they basically go back there. They meet up with all the Red Scabbards, and they see Kanjuro dead. And apparently, the thing I missed last chapter, I can't believe I was the only one who missed that, where Okiku killed Kanjuro, and they see Kanjuro's dead, and we even see Okiku just crying, at his death, because, even though that Kanjuro was the enemy, he was one of the Red Scabbards. He was with them for all these years, essentially. So, I guess, I know some people are saying because of, reasons that Kanjuro's not dead, because this is One Piece. Someone can't just die, and especially since he kind of got an off-screen death, which actually kind of surprised me. That really did surprise me. He got an off-screen death, but still, I like to think he died because, personally, I think Orochi, he's not dead. He is definitely not dead. But Kanjuro, I like to think he's at least dead. Well, I guess we'll just have to see for the upcoming chapters. But yeah, well, I guess many moments of silence for Kanjuro. Unless if he's not dead, then just ignore this. Oh well, let's just continue on with the chapter. Let's see. They see. And Naemon and Denjiro see Iso because that is technically for them. They haven't seen Iso in a long ass time, so I guess that would make sense. They're surprised by Iso, and they're like, all right, with everyone here, well, let's get going. And then the last shot is, I guess, Kanjuro dead again. God, Kanjuro's dead. Please don't make me regret my choices of words. But then we basically go back to, where Kaido is, and he's like, okay, what are you going to do? Are you going to die with your master or join me? And basically, we got the two, I guess, heads of the ninjas and the samurai. We got Fuku Rokuju! Basically being like, all of 5,000? Yeah, all of 5,000 ninjas are at your service. And Hoti, I think I'm saying that right, it's like, Samurai Wano at 5,000 are in your service. So, like that kind of surprised me. Like, there's, like, no one of Orochi's man, because, because especially from last chapter, I legitimately thought Fuku Rokuju was going to, be like, no, I'm going to stand down with my master or something. But he's like, nope, I'm just joining you, Kaido. I don't want to die. So, I guess that's cool. At least the samurai not being thrown away. And basically, then we see just the ninjas and samurai. They're like, oh, that's kind of surprising. So they're just like they're surprised at at this fact. Then we go down to what? We go down to with a big mom, and we see both Carrot and Nami, and we see that I guess in Turo thought, like, well, at least you need to get Shinobu, so Shinobu can hopefully find Momonosuke, which, I mean, hopefully fine. Aren't they literally, because Big Mom's just right under the execution platform, so it's not like it's a far distance or anything. But then we, I guess, go to the background, and we go to Shinobu, who basically just says, even though I knew, killing Orochi, that kind of really doesn't matter in the long run. What really matters is taking down Kaido. That's what she basically says. Then we got, we're going back to Kaido talking to Momonosuke, and him being basically like, Brat, the Wano Shogun and the samurai army are no more, and the ignorant citizens right now are in the flower capital are unaware that this is their last night of being truly free. So yeah. Oh wow, that is that is kind of sad for them. But and that's going back to conversation. He's like, I've been always wondering, a brat like you, there's no way you could be Odin's son. This execution right here, it symbolized nothing more than the end of the old country. and let's see, continue on. He thinks about the moment where he's in the castle and he's literally just holding him over the edge, and he's like, well, you didn't answer any of my questions back then. And he basically gives him two options. He's like, look, if you're not the son of Odin, then the execution will be cancelled. But if you are, I shall continue this execution. Which, I'm going to be honest, even if he said, and Momonosuke didn't say he wasn't Odin's son, I'm sure that, freaking Kaido is going to, kill him anyway. But, and then we get, I guess, the last scene, the last thing on this page is just Kaido being like, I will ask you one more time, what is your name? And then next page we transition to Luffy and Yamato, and let's see, basically, I think, from how it starts, I think Luffy just basically tells that, up there, Momonosuke, that's Kaido's kid, and all the the red scabbards are alive. So basically, chapter starts off with, it's like, wait a minute, that kid's Momonosuke, and the scabbards are alive. What? And then then it looks like she's like, well, as you were saying, I need to get these cuffs off as soon as possible. And then Luffy's like, okay, I'll get them off. And we see him, doing the invisible hockey stuff. Like, just from how it looks, it's literally just like, remember in the auction house on Sabaody, it is literally, I would say, just almost like that scene. So I wonder, has Luffy mastered Ryo or the invisible hockey at this point? Because I don't know. I feel like that kind of would be I don't know. I mean, maybe I'd be fine with that, but still, I like to think he hasn't fully mastered. He can I'd like to think he can basically just use it whenever, but he hasn't fully mastered it, and basically got him throwing it off. Then next page we go away from it with Who's Who and Yamato, and they're being told Yamato and Luffy are heading towards the main hall, and we get them being like, what, the main hall? Interesting thing about this shot, I mean, Who's Who's got his, cat pirate posse around, but with Ulti, I'm looking at it, we don't see page one anywhere, so is it I don't know, I thought, page one and Ulti were kind of going to go be generally together and like this entire arc, but from the way it looks, it kind of looks like they pretty much separated. So who knows? Maybe page one's still with her. No, I don't know. Then we go to, in the bottom half of the Shogun, Frankie, with Chopper and Usopp, and basically they're like, well, Momonosuke's going to go killed, so they're basically heading towards them, which think about the bottom half of the Shogun, Frankie. I'm thinking something, okay? Where the hell is Frankie and Brook? Because ever since this battle has started, we saw them, go on his sweet ride. They've rid off, and somehow haven't seen them at all, and that's really weird because we saw freaking Robin and Jinbei, and they got to the main hall perfectly fine. But the thing that really surprised me was, we don't see like any of them, because didn't Frankie went ahead of them with most whatever. I don't think about this too much, but yeah, we got let's see, Red Scabbards taking down Beast Pirates. Then we go with shots of Zoro, Kid, and Law, which how a couple chapter, how I think it was last chapter. Yeah, last chapter I was talking about, where the hell is Law? And then, as we see here with Law, I mean, from the looks of it, I'm not sure where he is exactly, but I know he's back with his crew now. So I don't know. Maybe he went to a point where he could meet up his crew, because we do see Beppo in the background. So that's an important detail. So I'm presuming he's with his entire crew on, somewhere he can go with them in the island, starting for the attack from how it looks. So yeah, then let's see, we go to Momonosuke, and he's like, my name is Momonosuke Kazuki, and I'll become the Wano Shogun. And basically the guy was like, what? And after that, yeah, basically a big ass explosion just happens. And oh my god, but this personally is like my favorite face that I love in this chapter, where you got Yamato, like, I guess not crying. She's like, oh damn, you stupid damn bull gorilla, you were going to kill me at the God, I just freaking love that face. Which Yamato for Straw Hat? Yeah, Yamato for Straw Hat. Should we agree that Yamato for the Straw Hat? Yes. So where was I in the chapter? Yeah, I guess they get flung off by the explosion. They land near the main hall. Okay, I guess they were just on the opposite side, whatever. But we got let's see. Yamato's like, well, you're not my father anymore, so yeah. I guess this proves how much of a terrible dad Kaido is. But then Luffy's like, wait, Yamo. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I don't know why Luffy's doing that. Maybe it's like a thing that makes grammatically sense in Japanese or something. But then Yamato is like, it's Yamamoto, and Luffy is like, well, it looks like the battle is about to start without us. Then we go back on to where Kaido is, and then in the back we got all the red scabbards come in, and the calamities are like, what? How did the red scabbards get here? And then we go for all these cool hacks where we got Izo. He shoots down King's sword out. Everyone's ready for the blade. Freaking Neko Mamushi knocks down the Kanobu from Kaido, which is surprise. I'm like, what? Knocks it down, and then we see Kinemon and Koshiro or Denjiro or whatever, go towards him to stab him, and Kaido's like, you think your swords would hurt me? And just before he finishes, his sentence, he thinks of voting. He's like, oh damn! And then we got this, I guess, for last shot of the page or panel or whatever, where we got basically all the red scabbards going in for the attack. Well, except for Izo, from the way it looks like Izo is going after King from the way it looks. But yeah, basically all the rat scabbards are going in for the attack, and it looks like Denjiro, Kinemon, both hit Kaido, and from the way it looks, yeah, it almost looks like Nekomamushi almost hits Kaido, but freaking Kaido just like holds his head back, and they're falling off the ledge, and that's where this chapter ends. And I guess all the Beast Pirates are like, man, it's no time to drink, it's time to take out your weapons. It's a raid that's happening, and chapter ends. I'm looking at this. It doesn't specify if there's a week break or something. God, I hope not, since next chapter is the chapter that made the editor cry. Watch that be like the most not disappointing chapter. I mean, from the way this ends, I know people are going to get mad with me being like, because I've heard people, are going to be like, well, I'm going to complain because, it makes Kaido weaker than it should be. If anyone could stab him, what's the point? And, to be honest, I really do think that with Kaido, it's not necessarily that you cannot just damage him. It's that the fact that, I guess he's so strong or something, and I'm fine with Kinemon and Denjiro, able to hit him. And, what I like to think what's going to happen in the next chapter, it's like, it's not even going to be, they stab and they're like, that barely did anything. Because I like to think, because I feel like people put the red scabbards, like, way weaker than they are, because I don't think they're weak. I think if it were up to me, I think they can, if all of them together, they probably could confidently take down a Calamity. Maybe not King. Okay, maybe King, but, I like to think all of them together would still be able to injure Kaido somehow. Now, we have to go with Nekomamushi, who, from the way it looks, he is getting his head holding by Kaido. So, I don't know. Maybe Nekomamushi's going to die next chapter. Ooh, I don't know. Because next chapter, whatever happens. I'm not even sure what's going to happen. I have a clue. And, I do think maybe one of the red scabbards might die. Right here, I guess. Well, okay. I do have to make this joke because I know what people are. I know people are going to make this joke, so I might as well. Next chapter, Kaido goes up. He's like, "You should have aimed for the head." I did the joke. I think that's, yeah, so basically next chapter, the real battle's about to start. And where the hell is Frankie and Brooke? The thing is, it just bothers me because, we know for a fact that Robin and Jinbei, okay, they went before them, after them. And somehow they were able to, get in the main hall unnoticed. I don't know. To be honest, maybe it's just, they took an alternate route or something. I really want to know where the hell is Frankie. Because basically, I think we basically know where pretty much almost everyone is, except for really Law, who I'm not sure. I'm sure Zoro and Kid are, fighting somewhere of importance. But Frankie and Brooke, where the hell are they, okay? This really bothers me. And just noticing, I've noticed this because we kind of know where pretty much everyone is thanks to this chapter, but I'd like to know. I don't know. Anything else important I can talk about with this chapter? I don't know. Let's see, scrolling up. Yamato for Straw Hat. Yeah, I'm a very boring person. Momonosuke. This chapter, I mean, especially with very recently, Momonosuke, I've been actually kind of, liking his character more and more. And I think really what this chapter does is cement to me that, okay, Momonosuke, he's a character that I like. And, I don't know how I feel about this, but I definitely, 100% seeing Momonosuke dying soon. Like, maybe in next chapter, that's the big thing that's going to shock everyone. Somehow, I don't know, someone, does the blow to Momonosuke and he dies. And that, personally, I think, actually, if he did die, actually that would make sense for a really sad moment. But, I think I've reached the point where Momonosuke, I've gotten to the point where I actually like you enough where I actually would kind of care if you died. That does kind of shock me, but we'll see what's Momonosuke's future from here on out. I guess talk about who's who is who. I'm tired of making that joke. Still, okay, I know I discussed this earlier, but I won't discuss, real will, how Luffy is. I wouldn't say there's no way Luffy has mastered real will. I think he can just do it, on his own enough, comfortably, but not perfectly. Yeah, I guess that's really it. There's Marco, which we haven't seen in this chapter. He's probably, doing something with Perospero. Who knows? I'm sure we'll see. I don't know if we'll see the confrontation between them two, but we'll see that. And I guess that really ends this chapter review. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic chapter. This chapter basically cements Luffy could do Ryo-Oh. Me liking Momonosuke. Everyone attacking Kaido. All the red scabbards. Just the battle is about to begin. Well, I mean, it has begun in this chapter, but it's going to really start. And I don't know. I don't know if by the next chapter, all the Samurai Rebellion, they're going to reveal themselves to be the Beast Pirates or something. I don't know. We'll just have to see coming up. So yeah, whenever, can't wait for next chapter. Hopefully there's not a week break. And I guess this is the end of the video. Also, I'll talk about my links, which I have. Actually, what's the one interesting thing I probably should be start doing from videos from, God damn it. But I probably should start from doing now. I'm putting my links, my Twitter, my thingy things you can follow, Twitch. I don't know. I should probably start putting that on every video from now on, but hey, who knows. But until we see you guys next time, let the raid begin. I gotta think of better ways to end this shit.